So today I'm looking at the stored with the intention of doing an operation in her after this short review of her various abilities. She's on the Gumbo line. I mean, if we take a look at the tech tree. Alright, Muravet is the, or Muravenet is the first one, and then Store's the second one, and eventually you get the Gdansk. Okay, so that's the tree she's on. She's on the gunboat tree. But is she a gunboat? Well, she's kind of a hybrid. That's the best way to look at her. So the build's slightly different to the classic split Catosis or whatever it's called. Gdansk gunboat build. It's different. It's a hybrid. If you're going to use a different captain, I would say I'm using a 10-point captain for this demonstration, but of this boat's abilities. But you'd start with preventative maintenance. You'd go to last stand. You'd then go to survivability expert, and then concealment. And the concealment would get you down to 6.3, because unlike the split and her friends, you don't get radar. So yeah, you're going to need a bit of concealment for this boat if you want to make her competitive at tier 6. She's a very good hybrid. Very good hybrid. She's got good guns. She's got great torpedoes. Two sets of 4. Not very long range. 7.5 kilometers. But very fast. Don't do a lot of damage either. 7.5k a torpedo. But they do 76 knots and have a reload of 75 seconds. They're quite hard to dodge. Detectability range is 1.6, which is pretty competitive. And the 76 knot speed is frightening, really. Artillery. She's got 4 120mm guns. The reload is 4 seconds. The turn time for 180 degrees is 18 seconds, so they do track quite slowly. The range isn't great. It's 11 kilometers. So if I was going to do a build on this boat, I would go something like this. That's my first 4. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'd go Adrenaline Rush. And then I'd probably go for the range, main battery and AA expert. And then I'd probably finish with Fearless Brawler. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because she can smoke, so she can do the smoking gunboat thing. I mean, if we look at her equipment, you can see she's got a smoke generator. Okay, she gets 3 of these. She's got an engine boost. For modules, I would go with main armaments modification 1. Engine room protection if I can't be bothered to buy the engine boost. But yeah, it'd probably be wise to spend a bit of coal if you're going for this ship and get yourself the engine boost modification 1. I'd recommend that. And then I went for torpedo tubes modification 1 because, well, quite frankly, getting those torpedoes up to 76 knots is great. And they do reload fast. And she does have 8 of them. So, yeah, I would say that's a good module to put in that slot. I mean, they recommend main battery modification 2, which, yes, the guns don't turn very quickly. So if you're not comfortable with the turning of the guns, by all means slot this one. If you're not happy with the accuracy of the guns, slot this one. Personally, I love the torpedoes, so I go with this one. But it's a personal thing, personal choice. And then in the 4th slot, obviously propulsion modification 1, which gives you that extra 50% acceleration, which can be god tier, to be honest. Okay, so we've got concealment of 6.3 kilometers. We've got a maneuverability max speed of 38.6 knots with a speed boost that goes way over 40, which is nice. Okay, 41, 42 knots, something like that. Turning circle of 590 meters, which is quite tight, and a good rudder shift of 3 seconds. Her AA isn't much to speak of, but you do have smoke. Yeah. But the AA is functional. Not particularly long range, but functional. 3.5 kilometer range on that. Standard depth charges, as usual. And, about 14,000 hit points. Right. Okay. So there she is. What a fine lady of the sea. Okay, with not much more ado, let's take her first. So, Operation Cherry Blossom. Okay, in the stored. So we're going to take her for a spin in this operation and see how she performs. Now, something I didn't mention is you're taking Fearless Brawler because she's small, she's fast. You can open water gunboat in this destroyer. But you also want the advantage of the concealment, and you also have smoke, so you have the option to smoke up and gunboat that way. So you can do it all with this destroyer. It teaches you everything there is to learn about torpedo boats and gunboats. She's a very good trainer in that regard. She does unfortunately have one slight issue. She doesn't have AP. She only has high explosive rounds. But other than that, she's an absolute joy to play. And AP at these levels, you need to hit superstructures and flat broadsides and so on and so forth. You are not going to be using it that much. So, do you miss it? Not really. I don't miss it. Not at this tier. Okay, let's have a go at the hats. See, quite snappy on the guns. 4-second reload. Oh, hello. Stole that. Okay. Now bear in mind, I'm in a tier 6 destroyer in a tier 8 operation. So if I survive this, I will probably make quite a lot of credits in XP. If I survive this. Okay, Shiratsuyu, your time has come. Oh, hello, Liberty ship. Thank you for the assist. God. Uh-huh. Are they all dealt with? I think they're all dealt with. So in this mission, you can see there's a marker at E9 on Operation Cherry Blossom. Now, that marker detects exactly where there is a Miyoko that's currently shore bombarding your 3rd and 9th regiments that are bunkered up. Now, it's quite important to light this guy for the fleet and to start shooting at him, because the second you start shooting at him, when you get some hits, he stops shooting at the bunkers. He's also got a friend too, another Miyoko at E9. A bit higher up. Both of those are firing at your regiments, and you have to defend them. You see the little green thing that says defend? You'd be amazed how many people don't actually grasp this basic concept. But we need to hit the Miyokos to stop them firing at the bunkers. Once that's done, we need to sink them, and fast. And some destroyers will show up too, and we have to sink those. And if we protect those 2 bunkers, we'll have achieved one of our objectives. Right, let's see if I can get some torpedoes down on this guy. Oh, hello. There's a Yahagi over there. Yay. Oh, he's vanished. Okay. And like I said, I do like the torpedoes on this ship. Seems I got a lucky 2 hits there, and down went the Miyoko. Right. Now we're going to conserve our hit points because, trust me, the next part of this mission is quite tricky. You've got an Otago to sink, which is their flagship, and you've also got 2 airfields to destroy. And they are protected by a gazillion enemy ships, which have to be removed before you can destroy the airfields. So it's quite a tough operation, this one, if you don't know what you're doing. Looks like the Harlem got the Yahagi, that's great. A 40k spotting damage there for me. Great. See if I can keep the AOB lit. Okay.
Engine boost deactivated.
But I do have a tiny hit point pool, so... and I'm likely to get beasted because I've got really low hit points. That tends to be how the AI works these things out. The bots tend to shoot at the guy with the least hits. Well, of course, they're supposed to be changing this for asymmetric battles in 12.10, but we'll see. I'm going to try a few of those, and I'll let you know if that's the case. Okay, he slowed down and turned. Right. Sad face. Okay, we're just going to keep him lit. Okay, our Harlem and Nagato are engaging, which is great. Hey Rook and Zeton, there's an Aoba here. The other battleships aren't doing much, are they really? I was kind of hoping to just spot for this stage of the battle because I need to save my hit points for the last stage. As you will see, it's quite harrowing, assuming I survive. Yeah, okay. Alright, those torps look good. Yeah, there we go. Doing the battleship's job so they don't have to. Okay. Alright. But you see what I mean about the torps. I love the torps. Did I say I love the torps? Exactly. Okay, so we've got a couple of destroyers to deal with. Unfortunately, we've lost one of our bunkers and the other one is quite low. But I like to think they'll get them down before we lose the second bunker. Yeah, looks like we're going to get to keep that one. Good. Only just mine, but yeah, that's cool. Now, as you can see, if you look down the minimap at G5, H5, a fleet has arrived. 2 Fletchers and a couple of aircraft carriers, a Midway and a Lexington. Now, these are going to assist in the assault against the 2 air bases that have now appeared at C1 and A4. You can see those 2 markers at the top of the minimap. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm looking for an Otago. That marker on me, on the minimap, that's where the Lexington and the Midway will eventually end up. And they set up a repair base. One of them is doing repairs as it goes along. So if you need health back or anything like that, you can head down to the aircraft carriers and pick some health up from them if you got hideously mauled. I'm currently trying to spot for the Otago that their flagship, so the enemy's flagship, is going to show up soon. And that's another objective that we need to destroy for this mission. He should appear around D3 is where I'm expecting him to show up. But of course it's still night time, so visibility is reduced, spotting distances are reduced, so he's not easy to pick up. Okay, Hatsuharu above. The Fletchers are pushing in. They nearly always get themselves sunk, the Fletchers. They just literally just YOLO straight into the middle of the enemy fleet. Should be daytime soon. Right, there's a Miyoko. Okay. Gami. There's the southern aerodrome that we have to destroy. And it's now daytime. And if you look at the map, you can see that the northern aerodrome has also appeared at A4. And there's the Atego I was talking about, their flagship. Which needs to be sunk. So we need to destroy 2 aerodromes, save at least 4 allied ships, we've got 5 at the moment, and destroy enemy aircraft. Also, we need to destroy the flagship Atego. There you go. Those are all the main tasks. Well, primary task was to destroy the aerodrome. Secondary was 4 allied ships remain, shoot down the aircraft, and destroy the flagship. Right, there's the Atego. Just coming into torpedo range now. Okay. As you can see, they have got a lot of ships here, and we have to clear these ships if we're going to get the aerodrome. Those talks look good. Wow. Okay. Thermo fire. Okay, and the Lexington took out the Atego, so the Atego's down. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to head back to the carriers, see if I can get a bit of healing done, and while I'm at it, spot the team. We've got 7 minutes left. Time is tight. And we only have 4 allied ships left. So we're not allowed to, no one else is allowed to sink. I'm not sure we're going to make that part of the objectives, to be honest. But we'll see. Okay, there's that big healing pool I was talking about. Seems to be centered on the midway.
Engine boost deactivated.
Alright, we'll just grab some health and then we'll go for the aerodromes, I guess. 6 minutes to go. Okay. And you see, it heals you quite quickly. Especially when you have as few hit points as I do. Doing this mission in a tier 6 is actually quite tough. It's not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. Okay, so I'm going to lead the Nagato into the Devil's Den, as it were. Could smoke him up, I guess.
Smoke generator started.
He's looking pretty low, isn't he, on health? And I really want him to stay alive.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Smoke screen set.
Right. So they've got what? A Megami that's on its way out, a Miyoko on half health, Shirasuyu on full health. Biggest problem here, I think, is going to be the destroyers for me. Hopefully the Nagato will deal with that. It looks like we lost our Zeton, so okay.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
So it's even more critical now that we get these aerodromes down. Right. I've been lit. Okay, we got an Akazuki. Which is a tier 8 Japanese gunboat. With more guns than me. Ow. We get him? Yep. Okay, good. Good. Got some assist from the Harlem, who's now toast. That's worrying. Right, so they've got two destroyers, is that? And a Megami? No, one destroyer, a Megami, and a Miyoko. Okay. Time to put my big boy pants on, I guess.
Direct front.
God. Oh, this is stressful.
Torpedoes, direct front.
God help us all. Okay. Nagato's still with me, but he's on very low health. Get the Miyagami? Not yet.
The ship is on fire.
God, I'm burning. Okay.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Right, he's down. Yes, I'm fully aware, Nagato, that we need to take out the aerodromes. It's just that if we don't get these destroyers down, I die, and we don't get both aerodromes, and we need them both. You can't just destroy one to complete the mission. You have to destroy both if you want to get a victory. It's the most important part of Operation Cherry Blossom. Okay, so I'm going to stick a smoke up, and I'm going to start having a go at the southern aerodrome. It seems my friend in the Nagato has dealt with the northern aerodrome, which is great. That's good news. That's great news. Good lad. That means that our mission is achievable. We've got just under 2 minutes to do over 100k damage to this aerodrome. Okay. Meanwhile, the enemy is still throwing destroyers at us. I can see there's a Shiratsuyu coming our way. But yeah, we're getting there. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, so I've got 4k health left. Alright. And my guns are reloading every couple of seconds, thanks to Adrenaline Rush. No, I haven't got Adrenaline Rush, have I? Okay. Alright. That would have been good. 10-point captain and this baby. There we go. So, both aerodromes destroyed. Mission complete. Whew. And that's restored. Honestly, didn't think I was going to survive that. So we didn't protect both bunkers, and we failed to get 4 allied ships through this mess. Only 2 of us survived. Otherwise, I think we would have got even more credits and even more XP. But not bad, eh?